and welcome to our winter band concert. My name is Caleb Beard, and I'm the band director here at Noble High School. We are glad you could join us on this wintry evening. We have a few housekeeping items to go over first. Please make sure that anything that makes sound is turned off. Our students are the ones creating the music tonight, and we want to give all of our attention to them. Also, please refrain from talking or whispering while the students are playing. What might seem quiet to you spreads very well in this auditorium, and we don't want you to impact another audience member's experience. By the doors, you'll see sets of clink bags. Please feel free to take one or two, fill them up with returnables, and bring the full bags back to a Hanford Clink location. This fundraiser greatly helps us raise money to support the students here in the music program. In your programs, you will see a small piece of paper with a snowman on it. Please fill them out and place them in the collection baskets on the sides of the auditorium. We love to hang these notes of encouragement up for our students in our hallway, and it is a visual representation of their concert experience. Also in your program, you'll find select program notes with descriptions about the pieces that we are performing this evening. I want to send a special thank you to Dr. Christian Giddings, the NHS Choir Director, for all of his help and support in our everyday teaching schedule. You also might have seen him selling Noble music, magnets, and stickers this evening. Please visit him during the ensemble changeovers or at the end of the concert. Magnets are $5 each and are great for cars and fridges, and stickers are $2 and a great thing to put on water bottles or our instrument cases. This past spring, Dr. Giddings and I were also able to present the award of Outstanding Administrator to our principal, A.J. Dufort, and share how he supported us. We are very fortunate here at Noble High School and in MSAD60 to have such supportive administration. As some of you know tonight, a track meet was scheduled that conflicted with our concert. Mr. Dufort helped work out a solution for a van to drive the affected students back and even went and drove it himself, and he just arrived safely. The support is greatly appreciated and not common in many other districts. If you have a minute in the upcoming days and are enjoying what we are doing here in the Performing Arts Department, please send a message to our administration letting them know. We often receive your messages and share them with our admin, but there is always a different impact when they hear directly from parents and guardians. Now on to the music. Our first piece by the 8th grade band will be Celtic Air and Dance, arranged by Michael Sweeney. The piece features two different Celtic folk melodies. The Parting Glass is performed in a lyrical manner, while A Fairy's Love Song is presented in up-tempo, lilting setting. Please enjoy Celtic Air and Dance. this. This year we are continuing with the Music Mentor program here at NHS. Students in grades 10 through 12 who have the 8th grade band block free are able to talk with me about becoming a mentor. These students perform with the group, run sectionals, and also rehearse the class if I'm absent. I would like to take a minute to thank our 3 8th grade band mentors who have worked with the students this semester. Thank you to Gavin Byrne, Gavin Golette, and Angela Gould, who also go by, according to their nicknames, the group Gavin Squared and Mandy Angie. The other 2 are already standing. And then we also have 2 upperclassmen who have been helping us fill in instrument voicings. As you can see, we are a group on the smaller side, so they've been coming in during their study halls here and there to help us fill out the sound to bring the best product to you and to give them the best rehearsal product as well. So thank you to Trevor Beans and Felix Rock. Our final 8th grade piece tonight is Flamingo Road by Steve Hodges. It is a Latin-inspired piece that starts in the fast lane and never gives up. It will feature an active percussion section in all sections of the band throughout the piece. We hope you enjoy Flamingo Road. Our first piece, or jazz ensemble, takes us all the way back to the origin of jazz. Jazz began in New Orleans in the late 1800s. While there are a lot of similarities to what we have today, there are also many differences. Their instrumentation consisted of cornet, clarinet, trombone, tuba, banjo, and drums. Today we have added saxophones, usually minus the clarinet and tuba, and have switched the banjo for bass and piano. Improvisation was also set up differently, with multiple musicians performing at the same time, which is known as collective improvisation. We're going to merge the old and the new today in the Mudbug Strut. This piece will feature just about every student in the ensemble at some point, either in a solo improvisation or collective improvisation. And we have brought in a clarinet and tuba to help send us back to the early 1900s. We hope you enjoy Paul Baker's The Mudbug Strut. A traditional jazz ensemble has 5 saxophones, 2 altos, 2 tenors, and a bari. This allows each student to play individually and have a sense of ownership over their music, as all musicians are what we call one on a part in the jazz group. Last spring, I had a slew of saxophones audition, and all score within points of each other. In addition, I also had enough students qualify to create 2 rhythm sections containing piano, bass, and drums. At that point, I made the decision, instead of cutting down to 5 and leaving others without a jazz experience, to get creative. Later in this program, you will hear the new saxophone combo that we have created this year, consisting of the returning saxophones from last year's ensemble, with a rhythm section. By creating that secondary group, it allowed us to have our newer saxophones have a piece that they would play one on a part. We have been working on the piece Doxy by Sonny Rollins. Rollins went and visited Europe. When he was there, him and his band were inspired by a bread selection called a Doxy. And so they were eating at the hotel and decided to make a piece of jazz music about that. So tonight it will feature a variety of soloists: Owen Forbes, Colin McAvoy, Moses Tebow, Chandler Brennan, Zachary Bro, and Alec Terrio. I would like to extend a special thank you to Terry White, who is a former music educator who is now retired. He arranged this next piece for our jazz combo with a vocal soloist free of charge. When we were thinking of the idea to make a combo, Terry reached out and offered to make a custom arrangement for us. I talked it over with the students, we settled on some jazz standards, and It Don't Mean a Thing was one of them. Please enjoy the jazz combo with vocalist Megan Mustafa. Going off script for a second, I would like to give a big good job to the Jazz Ensemble right now. The show must go on, as we always say. We had one student left at the track meet, not left behind, but the finishing event, and they have not gotten here yet. So these folks have been flipping solos around and adjusting parts on the fly. So I want to say thank you and like a good professional work environment. A wonderful job. We trained for a lot, but we haven't trained for this situation, so now we know. I would like to take this moment to announce that Thursday I will be traveling to Camden Regional High School with 3 of our students for the Maine All-State Jazz Festival. Alec Terrio and Moses Tebow will be performing on trombone with the jazz band, and Natalia Rothwell will be singing with the mixed choir. So join me in congratulating Alec, Moses, and Natalia. Our final piece this evening for Jazz Ensemble has an interesting title, and I don't know why jazz composers do this, but they create some of the weirdest titles for pieces. I've seen pieces called Pass the Hot Sauce, Crunchy Frog, even Barbecue Sauce. Tonight, though, we're featuring our final piece called Orange Drank, which is subtitled Orange Juice with Attitude. It will feature soloists Brett Comiskey, Gavin Gollet, Nick Terrio, Nick Terrio, Alex Terrio, and Trevor Beams and Wesley Forbes. Enjoy Orange Drink. In the words of Randall Standridge, our composer, commissions can make or take many forms. He has written pieces that celebrate special occasions, written works that tackle serious issues, works that commemorate historical events, and some that just allow him to use his imagination. He has said he also writes too many memorial works. Each piece of that type is a reminder that time is our greatest gift and most valuable asset. We never get time back, ever. In May of 2021, Standridge was commissioned to write a piece about Nicole Crandall, a recent graduate from Cypress Hill High School, who had been battling a very aggressive form of brain cancer. She was 20 years old. To celebrate her, Standridge was asked to create a work in her honor. Nicole and her family had created a motto that they used to navigate this difficult time: choose joy. In the piece, there is a 5-note motive that represents the 5 family members of Nicole's immediate family. A trio of instruments is heard near the beginning, representing Nicole and her siblings. The parts have been written for the instruments they played in band: flute, clarinet, and saxophone. There are moments of happiness, humor, worry, pain, and determination. Standridge feels that too many people waste their time and their lives choosing hate, choosing anger, choosing misery. He wants to use this piece of music to encourage all of us to find happiness and positivity where we can. It is a reminder that moments of joy should be treasured. Please enjoy Choose Joy. I would like to thank you all for attending tonight. Before we get to our last piece, I have a few reminders and announcements. First, please make sure to fill out the snowman that is in your program so we can display it on our wall. If you want to fill out extra snowmen, there are some additional ones by the baskets on either side. We also have the plinth bags that you can take, fill up, and bring to Hannaford's. At the conclusion of the concert, if you can have the students help bring percussion instruments back to the room, that would help the street units improve. Pilatus, Mountain of Dragons is what we consider a programmatic piece of music. Stephen Reineke wrote it with a very detailed story in his mind. He writes, "This symphonic band work opens as Mount Pilatus slumbers at night, shrouded in darkness and mystery among the clouds high above Lucerne. As dawn breaks, a band of courageous adventurers climb Pilatus in search of dragons to slay. After an arduous journey filled with breathtaking views and terrestrial beauty, the adventurers finally stumble across a dragon lair. They awaken the mighty dragon, who must now battle the intruders of his domain. All but one adventurer is mortally wounded, leaving the pitiful human to beg for mercy and forgiveness from the dragon. Demonstrating great compassion, the dragon produces a magical stone called Dragonite from his own wounds in order to heal and save the intruders. In doing so, the dragon has also placed compassion and tolerance in the hearts and minds of man, leading them to a happy, peaceful coexistence with the dragons of Pilatus. Mount Pilatus is real and located near the city of Lucerne, Switzerland. The stories that Reineke researched about Mount Pilatus date back to the 14th century and have been documented and described in minute detail by some of Europe's most celebrated physicians and scientists. It is left for the listener to decide whether or not these dragons actually exist. So thank you for coming tonight. Please drive home safely and enjoy Pilatus Mountain of Dragons.
Thank you.